All right, let's do this. For this one, I'm going to do it different. Typically, I'll have it already penciled in, then I start inking it. This time, I'm going to start penciling it, and then I'll ink it off screen. So this is just a cheap piece of paper, and it's 11 by 14. And this is an ebony pencil I'm going to be using, and which I typically will use when I start doing the roughs for this. And I already have it marked off. I already know what I'm going to be doing. I want it to come like this. And already have it, my composition already planned out. Some guys will do the thirds, and I don't do that. I do it like a half. So like a target. So something's going to be here. I'm going to do a big skull type thing here, and a guy right here was back to us, and a bunch of weird stuff going on here. It's going to be influenced by like From Beyond and other weird cosmic shit. So you're going to see me penciling and erasing a lot. So anyway, let me see. Let's start up here. Let me see it. Okay. Whoops. Not big enough. Just figure out where everything's going to be. His jaw. I want him to be slightly looking up. His teeth. Want his mouth be open a bit. Yeah, I want his thing here. Not so big. Like that. Eraser. Yeah, something like that. Let me see. See that? Okay. Let's add some stuff. got some other weird shit surrounding him, surrounding this head. So I'll add something here. And I'm just throwing down lines, just like a stream of conscious thing. And I don't have to adhere totally to this shape. I can like do different things like this. I'll add it's let's add, yeah, face. This. Just adding all these lines here. Want there to be stuff coming up here. I like how you you go into the ocean, you see seaweed kind of floating out like that, but more macabre, maybe. Oh, you hear the ice cream man. Let me see. What about here? Yeah, something like that. Let's have. Yeah, this is what Some faces. Maybe something like that. His skull to be kind of embedded in this. Time is it? Let me see here. I'll be right back. Okay. Let's see. Notice I'm kind of going back and forth spots. I don't put too much attention on one spot for too long. It's like I'm just doing it by a stream of conscious. Okay, I think I'll start working on the guy here. When I'm right here, when I get my sketch out, what I want him to do, what I want this guy to look like. I want him too big. angle. I think this guy's gonna wear a suit or something. Really, originally thought of it making this a woman, but it just thought, I draw too many women. So just be a man. I don't know if I should have his legs straight at an angle. Looks better with an angle. Something like that. Maybe his leg's a little too long. No, it's fine. That was like a little too thin. All right. see. Okay, I just wanted to get him down on there. Let's do some of this. What would be kind of strange stuff. Looks like it's coming right to him. Back, get more depth. What's the one? Okay. Huh, got a lot done in 30 minutes. It's weird how, because there's a timer on this thing, on the StreamYards, and it shows you how long you've been on the air. It's weird to show, to see how much you can get done. Because I just got all this stuff done within a half hour. That included a bathroom break. Some guys, it takes them longer. Yes, maybe a little something here. Bunch of weird shit. Again, all stream of consciousness. It's almost like automatic drawing. Kind of finding stuff that I've already seen and just applying it on the page. Horror movies and books I've read. Video games I've seen or played, or okay. See, he's got a big old space here. I'll figure out what to do. Just don't want all that negative space. Maybe do it. Maybe I do. I don't know. Hold on a moment. Okay. Some more. Yeah, let's just put this in the foreground. Okay. Of course, I'm going to do this on a better piece of paper. I'll refine this using a light pad with a regular pencil, like I usually do. Originally, it was going to be I was going to draw straight onto the Bristol using a regular pencil. And maybe some other time I'll do that. What I usually do is I'll do this. Do this on cheap paper with an ebony pencil, then I'll light box it with a better piece of paper and using a regular HB pencil. Then I'll ink that. But I'm going to do the inking off camera, as I said before. I'll pencil this to where I'm satisfied with it. Then I'll refine it on the better paper. I'll do that next time. The refining. This will be right now. Oh, almost here. Hey. Mm-hmm. It's amazing what you can get done in a half hour. Have a look at that. Omer. Cheap paper and an ebony pencil. If you're wondering, this is how I do stuff. A lot of the stuff. Like the thing I did for you, that glitch thing, was done like this. It was, what did I do it on? Did it on cheap paper, and I that and the other things I did, other things you got for me. Wait, yeah. Still got those. And it started as just a so when I have the finished pieces, there wouldn't be so much to erase. Because if you do just pencils on the Bristol, straight onto the Bristol, and you're one of those guys who just erases constantly, it will show up. And and I don't like that. Plus, let's say if you're going to color, let's say if you're going to do a blue line, and sometimes that blue line will show up. Like say if you're going to use markers or something. I didn't like that. So this is just I don't know, I guess I just grew accustomed to it. This is I'm working on. This is just for a stream because I wanted to stream something, and I just had an idea. I just had some inspiration, I guess. But this is just for streaming. This isn't for anybody. If you're wondering, this is just for just so I can get something on YouTube because I haven't been on since last week or something. I'll make this an I. I'm gonna add other stuff to it too. Oh. I was thinking of From Beyond. The movie From Beyond. like right here. Have you ever seen that movie? They have the things coming up from the middle of their heads. All the weird monster stuff that's in that movie. And I thought it'd be kind of interesting if, I don't know, someone actually went into that world and kind of like floated around and what they would see there. That's the idea. What would they find? What would they see? They'd probably see a whole bunch of weird shit. And this one here is supposed to be, I don't know, like the brain bat that's in that movie. I have to put something in it, make it look like it's a brain. A few stuff. Mm. And I'm going to ink this, like, I'm going to ink it off screen. I'm just doing everything the opposite like I usually do, because usually I'll have everything penciled, then I ink it. So I'm going to do all the pencils on screen, then I'll ink it off screen. So this is for now. And next stream will be on a light pad with the better Bristol, and I'm going to go over it with, the regular number 2 pencils. And inking is going to be, how I usually ink. This background here will be, I don't want it to be black. I want it to be like cross hatched, like how you see, what's his name? Got that one guy. Oh, Arthur Adams. He'll do the cross hatching. That he's been doing that, like that. Certain spots will be more like that. This will be the background. Then I'm going to try and have like variations in thicknesses and stuff. Oops. I might move this guy up a bit. This is a little flat. His ass is a little flat. One. Let's see. Alright, crack some. Oh. Okay. It's a parody comic of Isom. Oh, dude. I thought it was Silver Surfer. No, I'm gonna have him. I originally thought of him being nude, because maybe that would be a way, because that would be the only way you can traverse that world. But I thought maybe he'll be in a suit, like a special suit. But you mentioned Isom. Shit, hold on. I had a bunch of stuff like I was gonna do for ISOM, you know, just to make fun of it. Hold on a moment. And I just never did it because I don't know, laziness. Let me find it. Oh wait, it's not there. It's right here. Where's it at? It's right in here somewhere. Hold on. I got this one. Where is it at? That's not it. It's in here. Get a little piece. A little bit. Right here. It did. God. Oh geez, I was gonna do something with ISOM like last year, and I was gonna post it on X, and I was gonna have ISOM try and self-suck himself, and it was gonna be. I won't draw it for exactly, but it was gonna be. You can see it. It's just a page, and he was gonna be like right here in the foreground. Yeah. And then Yairo would be right back here going, ISOM, what are you doing? And he's like self-sucking himself. I was going to do that. I never did that. But what I did do, erase that. Oh, and there's another thing I want to do too. I haven't done it yet. One thing I did do, something now I never showed anybody, was this. You can see that. When did I do it? Last year? Yeah, last year. And that's the cover to Faust number 11, I think. And I just did it as, well, Yaira holding ISOM's severed head. Never showed anybody that. I never posted it. Well, it's because of my scanner's not big enough, but I should have done at least something with it. Did that, and I did. Not. Or not. Yeah. And the other thing wasn't against ISOM, but it was more against Rippaverse people. Is this? You can see that. You can see that a little bit more. So yeah, that's what I've been. Whoops. So yeah, that's that one. ISOM. Dumb shit. Put my shit away. Yeah. I never posted that one either. Yeah, I'll think about it. That other one that's it's small. So I can just, that's no problem. Yeah. That's what I was. So that's what I did. And I guess in response to that shit, because it is shit. I mean, you can do stuff now since he has an action figure coming out with that lame shit. You can do a whole bunch of weird sex stuff with it. I'll try. I'll try. Yeah. Yeah, that's that. I got a whole bunch of stuff I've never shown. That's just stuff insulting Ripperverse or any of that. That should be that big. Whatever. Where am I here? Trying to figure this out. Yeah, so that's that. Dude can't even sell action figures of that lame shit. He couldn't even sell those statues. It's obvious the guy clearly doesn't understand how to design a character. Because that character is poorly designed, poorly written, and that's the character that's supposed to be the flagship character of his universe. It's awful. And that's not how you're supposed to do it. I mean, you look at all the flagship characters of all these other companies, and they look cool and all that. Superman and Batman and Spider-Man and Wolverine and Spawn and all that. His character is just bland. Just a guy in a black and orange costume. There was no thought in his design. He just puts a guy in a fucking bodysuit, and that's it. And he expects it to be, his number one character. Mm-hmm. Oh, I understand. You don't have to do that stuff. You just make it like Mad Magazine. Yeah, sure. Mad Magazine. Now, this story you're concocting, are you gonna like publish it? Is it gonna be something that's only gonna be available online, or are you gonna actually have it as a book? And it's gonna be maybe a part of an anthology. Because you said you're only gonna do 5 pages. Yeah. More here. Just wondering. Hoping to get it made. Oh, you can just. I don't know. Trying to think. If you only have like 5 pages, I don't know. Maybe if you can just do it out for like an online thing, or if anybody else was gonna do let's say, again, like Mad Magazine, a bunch of guys from this space to get together and they do a book. and they each contribute, you know, a few pages. You know, I could see that. Oh. Oh, okay. Lay out the first 5. So you're just writing it. Okay. Yeah, I can see that. What, 24 pages? Are you one of those who does the page, like when he writes, he does the pages first and then he just figures out where it goes, or you write a script first, then you do that? I mean, that's how I do it. I also done the other way too. Yeah, I'm strange. I go back and forth. What time is it? 6:13. So yeah, you want to make some type of ISOM parody book, and you just want to go after it. I mean, why not? The guy's awful. I mean, his books are just, can't even read them. Have you ever read them or tried to read them? Couldn't get through them. Just poorly written, poorly edited. I mean, I saw them. How long is that? Like 90 pages long. You could easily sheared 20 pages off that thing. Easily. I mean, he's got pages where you have unnecessary panels. Say he's got like this. Like why is this panel here? You can just nix that out and combine these two panels together, like shit like that. And it's obvious he just like slapdashed that thing together. I remember him talking about writing it. It took me 2 years to write. Fuck you. It took you 2 years to write. If it took you 2 years to write, it would have been better. You hack. And he just throws shit out, you know. It's like that rip-off verse thing he did, where he just makes up characters like Catboy and Girl on a Bike and shit like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is him. It's him talking. That's not how you write. It just proves he can't write. Good writers, when they write something, it doesn't sound like them when they speak, because they're creating characters. That dude, every character sounds like him, including ISOM. Like, ugh. In his universe is uninteresting. His characters are dull and derivative, and the way his fans act online, just and it's incredibly arrogant for a guy to, let's say, do your first real comic, and you do it 90 pages. It's double the size of a regular graphic novel. 90 pages for your first book. When you do your first book, let's say, like kids who want to be comic book artists, when they do their first books, it's what, a few pages, 2-3 pages, and then they graduate to more pages. The older they get, the better they get. Or in film, when you start making movies, you don't start making 90-minute action horror movies. You start by making 5-minute shorts in your basement or in your backyard. You make movies, you don't think, oh, I'm going to go out to Hollywood and make 2-hour-long epics. That's stupid. No, you always start small and you graduate bigger. His first book should have been at least 20-some pages. And he should have broken them up. Maybe like 3 books. Have it edited. Have his thing edited. Each book should have been at least 20 pages. But no, he had to go for that big old 90-page thing because he thinks he's a big shot. You're overshooting your wad or whatever they say. And you wonder why it's so bad, because it's so, I mean, he doesn't have he didn't develop the chops to make it to where he's able to do a 90-page book and have it be cohesive and have it be decent. That's the thing. Horseman, yeah. Horseman, what a name. Did Chuck Dixon create that? Right. Horseman. What a name for a... And yeah, nothing cool. Nothing about that thing is cool at all. Just lame. ISOM. You wonder, what the hell is that? What does that name mean? What does it mean? Nobody knows what the fuck the name was. Huh? Horseman. Horseman. What? Or Gooding. These are the titles of his books. Not Flash Gordon or Buck Rogers, Doc Savage. I mean, something cool. No, it's these in this lame shit. Avery Selman. Avery Selman. That's the name you give to a dork. Avery Selman, not Leroy Michaels or something. Or whatever. Bruce Wayne, Clark Kent, something that has something to it, like a ring. Avery Selman. Jesus Christ. Again, that he just slapdash that thing together. And that was like a lot of people. When I heard he was going to do his own book, I thought, okay, whatever. He wants to make a comic book and he thinks he's got the stuff to enter this realm. And okay, fine, whatever. Let's see what he does. And I remember him talking about, like, 2-3 years ago, he'd go on Friday Night Tights and talk, oh, I got my thing called the Rippaverse. Geez, that's another thing too. You can't call it Rocket Comics or something. No, he has to label it after himself. That just tells you right there. Well, anyway, I remember him on those shows talking about his Rippaverse and hyping it up. I'm still working on my first book, and the book comes out, or is about to come out. I'm looking at this thing like, what the hell is this shit? Artwork looks all traced, obviously traced. Digital is all hell. There's no dialogue on those preview pages. Then when you see the book, good Lord. Now, I saw that thing from a mile away. And I don't know what Comicsgate was doing. I don't know what Ethan was doing or any of those guys were doing, lending their support behind it. And then look what happened with the fallout. Oh, they'll do a cover for him because he'll pay. It's like, Jesus Christ. And now Ethan, all he does, he just goes on his show and he just bitches about Eric July. Oh, look, Eric July is making action figures now. Let him. His characters are awful. Fuck him. You're lucky you have a character that looks like an action figure. You made a bunch of money. Well, you didn't make any real profit, but you made your figures and people liked them. Let that guy bury himself. Lame shit. Well, you up and get you all met. No. Nah, you don't do that. You don't get me mad. We are having a few laughs. We're making fun of Eric July. That's funny. Fuck him. God. It's funny making fun of his awful comics and how oblivious his fans are. Or maybe they're not oblivious. They just they know his books stink, but they they don't really want to say it because they really they want the the cultural war bonds, as they like to call them. I'm gonna buy this book because I hate Ethan Van Sciver. I'm gonna buy this book because I hate Dick Masterson. I'm gonna buy this book because I hate Comicsgate. And you find out they never read the book. They just buy it. You just threw $30 away. All because you hate a few guys. God, man, come on. I mean, you can hate Ethan Van Sciver and all those guys, but geez, you could have bought yourself better comics for that $30. Because people just don't have any type of indiscretion. Not indiscretion. They have no discriminatory skills. I'm only going to buy this because it looks good, not because I like the guy who made it. Yeah, I know it looks like garbage, but I like what he has to say about things. Like, come on. And don't give me that crap about, oh, we got to support each other. No, we don't. We don't support anybody. If a book's good, the book's good, and the book's crap, the book's crap. People need to have, people have to, people have to be a little bit more smart with how they spend their money. And you wonder why there's there's all these guys coming out of the woodwork with their books. Because they see that, oh, it doesn't matter how good my book is or how derivative my book is or whatever, people will buy it. And then the entire space is clogged with shit. And the very few comics, they're actually decent to good. They're kind of like floating around. You know what I mean? That's the thing with this space. There's just too many guys who don't do it for the sake of comics. They do it for the sake of, I don't know. They just, because they think they see one guy succeed at it, think, oh, I can do that too. But you know what? You try it. Go and do it. Have at it. No, it's America. It's capitalism. You could do that. Go right on ahead. You think you got the stuff? Do it. and you let the customer decide, let the public decide, let the market decide whether you're a success or not. Yeah. Of course they don't. Yeah, yeah. They just want to keep like I want to make him rich. Well, one, he's already well off. He already had a very successful YouTube career prior. So again, they only buy his stuff because it's a go fuck yourself, Ethan. Go fuck yourself, Dick Masterson and Vito. Go fuck yourself, Katie. Go fuck yourself, all those people. I'm gonna keep giving this guy money so he can make more shit. Even though the man's a detriment to the indie comic scene. Notice how there aren't a lot of guys who have who don't say a lot of bad things about his books. I mean, yeah, you got Comicsgate, Ethan and those guys, but I'm talking about people outside. You don't you don't think they know that Rippaverse exists? Of course they do. They just keep their mouth shut. They look at that like, ugh, that's garbage. They know. They just don't want to say anything. Or they're like Mark Millar, who just who's nice to everybody. A few guys like that. Mm. Make me rich. Well, he was already rich. Somewhat. YouTube rich. He already had half a million subscribers, and he was making a pretty good living off that. And he had, I don't know if he still has them. He already had deals with like with the Blaze and all that, and he was already successful. And again, if he wanted to get into comic books, fine. But turns out this comic book thing of his has really exposed him for what he really is as a person. It's just strange. And all this would not have been going down if he made actually decent comics. I mean, he's just a very arrogant man. Incredibly arrogant. Big braggart. I'm a businessman. I'm a creative genius. I'm a rock star. My music's on the Billboard. Anybody can get on Billboard. Tim Pool got on Billboard. I'm a this and I'm a that. And look. Oh, look. Slash. Slash is wearing one of my hats. Slash will wear anybody's hat. Shut up. Think he reads your comics? Come on. Look at all the attention I'm getting. Look at all the money. Look at all the success. He's not a humble guy at all. That's the other thing, too. If he was a nice guy and he would go online and tell his fans to shut the hell up and keep their shit together and stop going after people, he wouldn't have, he wouldn't be looked at as such, but he doesn't do that. He doesn't say, hey, pull back on this rhetoric. Stop it. He never does that. He incites it. Let's be better than them. Let's act better than them. Let's be more civilized. Let's not go into these weird doxing campaigns and these weird character assassination campaigns and all this shit. And he doesn't help either. Hiring people who troll online and shit. It's like, Jesus Christ. Anyway. He does hire decent writers. Mike Baron can write. Chuck Dixon can write. It's the thing that they're writing his shit. They're not writing their own stuff. His stuff. But because he pays well, they do the job. He does hire decent writers, and he has okay artists as employee too. It's his material that's garbage. And they know it. It's like, ugh, what is this? Horseman's Batman meets Nightwing meets the Punisher. And then you got, Zaylan. These are Chuck Dixon things. Zaylan, it's Superman, Martian Manhunter, Green Lantern. What is this crap? Like, okay, whatever. Done. Where's my paycheck? You think Chuck Dixon wants to write that garbage? Well, exactly. He probably just tells, okay, I have this character. It's this. Do this. Put this, and this, and this, and they can only work within that frame, and they have to do the best with what they're given. You know yourself. If these guys were given the creative leeway, they wouldn't be making these types of characters. They'd be trying to figure out how I think they would to do for them to do the type of characters they would want to do. They couldn't do them within that universe. They just wouldn't work. Or if they were to, they would have to fix that universe. Like, for this to work, this has to go, or this has to be fixed. And it's they're like painted into they're put into a corner. It's strange, man. It's just. Holders here. How many people are on? 3. Who the other person is watching? Well, it's not me. Anyway. Of course they would. He doesn't have editors. That's the thing. He doesn't edit. Did you see that thing where you saw him approaching Jim Shooter? I don't know when it happened. Maybe a few weeks before Shooter died. And he said he talked to him, and Shooter gave him advice. Like, shut the fuck up. If Jim Shooter had the Rippaverse, he'd tear that thing apart. Like, this is gone. That's gone. Keep this, but fix that. Fix this. You know that's what he would do. If Eric July was smart, he'd do that himself. But he's not smart, and he's not talented. All he wants to do is just make money off the backs of his dipshit followers. Because his dipshit followers don't know shit. They don't know anything about comics. It's like him. All I do is read comics. All I do is read comic books. No, you don't. If that's the case, then your comics would be better. dude didn't know Spider-Man's first appearance was Amazing Fantasy number 15 and shit. God. Like you hack. So all I do is read comic books. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, sure. Let's see. He wouldn't just rip him a new one. He wouldn't be working. He'd have him fired. Like, you're gone. Get out of here. Jim Shooter would do that. He was known for doing that. Eric July gets away with too much shit. He really does. And that's because there's nobody around him who tells him to back off. Maybe we shouldn't do it this way, Eric. Maybe we should do it this way. It's like when George Lucas made the prequels for Star Wars. There was nobody in his face telling him to back off on things. He just went hog wild. And if you look at the behind the scenes footage of that, of those movies, in particular the first one, everybody's like scared and like, oh yes, okay, you're right, yeah. And then we saw what happened, how bad those movies are. Sometimes you need me brought back down to earth, and that's what Eric July needs. Eric July needs somebody there to tell him, like, your books are awful, but it doesn't mean they can be awful all the time. You can fix them, but he doesn't hear any criticism other than people like us, or people who actual pros. And he takes the criticism as personal. Like, no, I mean, if he did a book and he made a really good book, he wrote it, and like, okay, we'll give him credit for that. But he doesn't want to do that. No one tells him, like, you need to be able to take criticism, creative criticism. And I'm sure there's guys more than just Dick Masterson who went through that book and just tore it apart. Guys who were just meaner than him. And Jim Shooter would have been one of those guys. He would have been the one to say, this thing needs to be 20 to 30 pages lighter. You think you're going to get away telling this story? It's your first book. Trim it. Trim it and divide it into 3 books. No, he wanted the big score because there was nobody holding him back. If he had actual comic book guys with him, they would have done that. No, the actual comic book guys came in afterward. But they only came in afterward because he was giving them money to write his garbage. Think Mike Baron is going to say anything? No, Mike Baron's too nice. Chuck Dixon's too nice. And it's not their job to be editors. They're not editors, they're writers. Those guys have worked for editors. They're not editors. And you would think he would have, all the money he's making, he would hire an editor. But he doesn't do that. Because if he hired an actual editor, then you'd see some changes. This Rippaverse thing has a lot of potential, but you need to do, you got to cut this out, you got to cut that out, you got to add this, and Eric does not like that. Anyway, not for 90 minutes. Shit. Anyway, how's this coming? Screw that guy. I know I always go off on a tangent. Let's see. Let's add some more eyes. There's an eye here. I think I'll leave it like this in a few spots. Then I'll just, when I go over it, I'll just, I'll fix it when I'm going over it. Make the lines better. Yep. Yeah. Get that. All right, that's pretty good for now. I think I might add stuff floating around here. What does he want to say? Hold on. Yeah, he's supposed to be floating. I know he looks like he's standing on something. Like, looks like that. I know what you mean. But he's not. He's supposed to be floating. It looks like this foot right here is right. Looks like it's planted. But no, it's supposed to be floating. I'll make him look like he's floating. I've seen people floating with their foot like that. I'm thinking in this world you can float, but if you can somehow connect with solid ground, you can walk on it. But maybe in this world too, you can. Maybe it's like walking when you're really floating. Maybe the air is different. And again, the guy's I'm gonna try and figure out a way to make a suit for the guy, a helmet, something simple. I also was thinking like, you've ever seen how in the Fantastic Four comics how Reed Richards will go into the negative zone, and he'll have nothing on but a helmet and a pack, maybe a belt or something, and he'll be tethered. Yeah, maybe something like that. With all this, all this will be the back will be we call it cross-hatched in that style. This could be a page for something. You could add caption. Maybe I'm just dicking around. Let's do. Let's say this is a page. Here's a caption. Have it a little staggered. Here's another one. This one. Like that. This could be a page for something, or maybe something here. But no, it's supposed to be something else. I mean, I could put something in the to fill up this space. I could do like a label. All right, I'll see you around. Right, there goes Homer. Do what is it called, the Don Show or Don Draw stuff. Anyway, let me finish my thought. I'm gonna quit too pretty soon. I could do the captions, or I can just put something here. I can put in big words like "from beyond." In really lurid letters. Do that. You do that. But hell, maybe I might do that. I don't know. Anyway, that's that for now. What's this? Oh, what's this? Oh, I can do that. Oh, I didn't know I could do that. Referral link for anyone. I just saw that. Oh, I could do that? I didn't know. Anyway, yeah, I guess that's it for now. It's been on for 90 minutes, so it's supposed to be on for an hour. It was actually supposed to be on yesterday, but something came up. So, anyway, that's it. I guess like, comment, and subscribe. And if you, and the people who watch this thing later, it would be nice if you guys maybe commented. Just say anything. I don't care what it is. Just say something. Just so I know that you're watching it. I don't care if it's negative or not. I really don't care. Just say something. So yeah, that's it for now.